In the ancient Persian Empire, there was a young woman named Esther, who lived in the shadow of her Jewish heritage. Orphaned at a tender age, she was raised by her cousin Mordecai, a man of deep faith and wisdom who instilled in her the values of courage and resilience. Esther was a striking beauty, possessing not only radiant looks but a kind heart. However, in the opulent halls of King Xerxes' palace, where lavish banquets and intricate politics thrived, she felt like a fish out of water. The kingdom was a blend of grand celebrations and quiet oppression, especially for the Jewish people who lived in fear of persecution. When King Xerxes decided to find a new queen, a grand beauty contest was held that drew young women from all corners of the empire. Mordecai urged Esther to enter, despite the risks. "You must not reveal your heritage," he advised her. "Though you may feel small, perhaps you are destined for greatness." Nervously, Esther entered the contest. After weeks of preparation, she stood before the king, adorned in exquisite garments and draped in jewels that glimmered like the stars. The moment their eyes locked, Esther felt an inexplicable connection. The king, captivated by her grace and beauty, chose her to be his queen. As the days turned into months, Esther settled into her new life, yet she never forgot her people. However, calamity approached like a storm cloud. Haman, a high-ranking advisor to the king, harbored an insatiable hatred for the Jews, primarily due to Mordecai's refusal to bow before him. Consumed by his fury, Haman devised a sinister plan to annihilate every Jew in the empire, manipulating the king into signing a decree that would seal their fate. Mordecai, in a state of despair, learned of the impending doom and sent word to Esther. "Do not think that because you are in the king's palace, you will escape the fate of all the Jews. Who knows? Perhaps you have come to your royal position for such a time as this." The weight of her heritage pressed heavily upon her. Esther realized that her royal title was not merely a privilege, but a burden, a call to action. With courage that wavered only slightly, she stood resolute. "Gather all the Jews in the city and fast for me," she instructed Mordecai. "I will go to the king, though it is against the law, and if I perish, I perish." Clad in her royal attire, Esther approached the throne room, her heart racing. The decadent beauty of the palace felt like a gilded cage. As she approached the king, a palpable silence enveloped the room. Unexpectedly, Xerxes extended his golden scepter, granting her approval to speak. With poise, Esther invited the king and Haman to a banquet she had prepared. Over the sumptuous meal, tension hung in the air like a tightly pulled bowstring. The king, intrigued, asked her what she truly desired. This was her moment, yet she paused, waiting for the right opening. At the second banquet, Esther finally revealed her truth. "If I have found favor in your sight, O king, spare my life and the lives of my people. We have been sold to destruction, and Haman is behind this decree." The room fell silent, the air thick with tension. In that defining moment, Esther's courage and quick thinking saved her people, transforming the course of history. The decree was reversed, and Queen Esther became a symbol of bravery, her story a testament to the power of standing up for what is right. Years later, as they celebrated the festival of Purim to commemorate their deliverance, the tale of Esther echoed in the hearts of all Jews, reminding them of the unseen forces of fate and the extraordinary power of one woman's courage amidst turmoil. In Esther's world, beauty was not only skin deep, it was a strength that could change destinies. And thus, her legacy endured, inspiring generations to find their own inner strength, to rise against injustice, and to remember that every choice we make can echo through eternity.